I don't know what's going on. Okay. Okay, now I'm ready. I always hiccup. But I am Pamela Chase, the lead hooking specialist and founder of Hook for You, where we are dedicated to keeping the art of crochet alive. And we do that by teaching the skills to women and children to boost their self-esteem and create a healthy and positive environment. Now we are today this month is National Mental Health Awareness Month. And we're going to periodically talk about um, crocheting and mental health and all of that. Not just for this month, but for every month, we need to be aware of mental health and mental health issues. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to sometimes have discussions. If anyone wants to talk, we can have that. Hello, Robert 7596. We can talk about that because it's a very, very serious issue. And there are ways that you can overcome it um, if possible. But there are ways of doing it. You hear a lot now of people doing things, committing suicide and being depressed. And it's a horrible thing to go, for people to go through. But we're going to just talk. How are you? We're going to just talk about how crocheting can help with that. 'Cause it helps ease and relieve depression. And the thing with that is that when we do something that we like, our brains release something that's called dopamine. It's a chemical that affects your emotions and your functions. And it's like an antidepressant. And crafts such as crochet can help stimulate that dopamine and to release to allow us to feel happier and better about ourselves. So that is one way of doing that, of releasing that um, dopamine, feeling better about yourself, feeling happy. But you have to get to that point. But find something that you love and do it. And with crocheting, you're constantly just going and back and forth, and it's mindless. This is also something you can do along with other activities, but it is something that's good for um, your depression, your anxiety. Um, so, what we're going to do, not today, but if anyone wants to discuss their journey, we'd be happy to listen to you. You may help someone. So, um, let us know if you can share your story about how crochet has helped you mentally. We all have a story about something. Maybe not that, but we all have something that we can share with somebody else that can help another person. So it's what we're going to be doing this month. But like I say, we're going to do it periodically. We will discuss that also. Because that's something that you cannot just talk about 1 month. It's something that's important all the time. Because crocheting also helps with other things also, but we're concentrating on depression and things like that right now. But also it builds your self-esteem. When you feel useful, when you feel productive, you tend to be happy. So with your hook, enjoy on. It's a great thing to do. That's why I suggest a suggestion I would make would be to teach young children to do things. If not crocheting, some kind of craft, something they can do on their own. That they don't need to have people around. That they can just make themselves happy. I mean, it's good to do team sports and things like that. But something to keep you grounded and to be your own. You can just do yourself because you may not always have the people around you. Sometimes you just may be alone. And if you're alone, you need something to keep you occupied. And that's what I wanted to come on here and talk about because it is a serious topic. So yeah. So we're gonna just allow people to share. And if anyone wants to do that, please feel free to let us know. And I'm still working on this cover up. It's been taking a while, but I'm still working on it. So, and sometimes it takes a while, depending on what you're working on. And this, I'm using a pattern for this, and here it is right now. Hopefully, I think I'm about finished with the first panel. It's two panels, and hopefully we will. I'll be finished with the first panel today. By Wednesday, I should be on my second panel because I'm just getting the hang of it. Sometimes I put it down, and sometimes I'll pick it up, and it's kind of tricky at times, but it's good. Hello, hello, naturally creating. How are you doing? We are talking about whether crocheting is good for your mental health. And if I was talking about encouraging people to learn how to do a craft, crochet or another craft, just for the to keep the happy things going on, chemicals going, and to just encourage. Because I know I was always the type of person that always needed to have that accomplishment. Because sometimes you feel like you have not accomplished anything, you're not good at anything. So sometimes it's good just to find something that you can get. Yeah, it is good for your spirit and your soul. You're right about that. And to get just feeling accomplished, and because I know a lot of people go through, I'm not good enough. I don't do this. I can't do that. To find something that you're good at doing and continue to do it, and it will work out for you. Hopefully, It will work out for you. I mean, it will keep your happy things going, happy chemicals going. The dopamine. It will keep that going. So we have it as just a good thing to do. And people look at it as, okay, you're doing that grandma thing, or um, no, just for women, or things like that. But it's not. Men can do it also. Hi, Carvala, Crochet. How are you doing today? It's not a grandma craft, and it's not a female craft. There are males that do it also. So, and that's good. I remember some years ago, I don't know if the school is still up, but in DC, there was a school that, I think it was like a boarding school. It was a charter school, and they actually had crocheting in the school. Um, I don't know if the school's still open on that. Don't remember the name, but I remember reading about it. And they the kids stay over. I don't think it was during the week, and I think they may have gone home on the weekends. And they taught them how to crochet, and it was I think it was females and males. And I thought that was just so cool to do that. So it's good to learn things. And it's good to bring things back into the school. Not necessarily crocheting, but knitting. It can be other things also that's in that crafting genre category. So, and that's what they want to do because it's National Crochet Month with awareness, mental, get it all mixed up. It's National Mental Health Awareness Month. And it's a month, just like the other awareness month. You don't just celebrate it 1 month and then let it be. It's something that's to always stay in your mind. Because people are affected by the issue. Now we are broadcast on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And please feel free to go to our YouTube channel and subscribe to the channel. Right now, we're trying to reach 100 viewers, subscribers on our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is up for you. Hi, Knitter 101. We're talking about how crochet helps you mentally. But it could be knitting too. You're a knitter. And how it affects people's lives mentally. And it's also the retention, I mean, the repetition of stitches is to have your mind just occupied. And also, it's the way it's something that's portable. And by being portable, you can just take it with you wherever you go. And all that. It's just something that you don't have to just fit and do it in one spot. You can just fold it up like I normally do, put it in a bag, and do it. You can be on the subway. You can be in a game. You can be doctor's office. You know how you go to the doctor's office and you get those nerves going. about the your tests or whatnot. And you know how also when you go to the doctor sometimes your your pressure tends to get higher. What better way to do it than to just sit there, get there a little earlier, sit there and wait, get your mind together, and take your hook out and crochet. Because I used to do that when I used to go to the doctor. My doctor's office was down the street from my job, and walking there, sometimes you get your things going, I mean, your heart rate and all that's going, and then you tend to go to the doctor's office, and your pressure is a little high. And I'll sit there and I'll have a crochet with addiction. Now, I didn't think about the addiction, but yes, you're right. Stress, etc. You're right about that. It calms you down because you go in there and still using the example of the doctor's office and how when you go in there, you're just so nervous. So I do that. And also, we talk about crocheting here, but what I would do before I started back crocheting, I would take we used to have a newspaper in DC that it was at the subway stations, and we would, I forget what it was called. It was the Washington Post, but they got rid of it. It was all of those, it was a free newspaper, a mini newspaper, and they would have puzzles in them. They would have Sudoku and they would have crossword puzzles. So that's another thing you can do, just a side note. But just find something, just a craft, because I'm promoting crafts. But find something that you can accomplish something. And it doesn't have to be a big project like the bleak blankets and things of such. You can do something small. Make some dishcloths, washcloth, dishcloths, cozy, and do those things. And it will help. And that's one thing that we do is encourage people to embrace their creativity. So that's what we are discussing here is ways of doing that, of making you calm. And also crocheting in groups and also do the same thing. We have a group on Saturdays, every other Saturday normally. And the fellowship between people who do the same thing you do or something similar is the talking, the communicating, and sometimes you just bond over something that's a like topic. It's good to express your mental health through crafts. However, let's not use social media as a counselor or therapy. Feel free to express, to to decrease the stigma. Okay, okay. Not me as a counselor or therapy. No, no, don't do that. And you do see people doing that. And I try my best not to put anything on, if that's what you mean. I'm not sure of putting anything on there that is like that. I mean, there's certain places where you can, if you need to talk, you can do that, but not in your posts. Because that's pretty much, because then you have all the people who are advising you, and it's not, and it's a bad thing. So if that's what you mean, totally understood. because you see too many people putting things on. And then as you go along, it's a lot of negativity. So that's good too. But just being around positive people, doing positive things. Hello, Carol, how are you? And just doing things that's positive and being around positive things helps because the purpose is to release happiness. Be happy to have these those dopamine chemicals. So now it's because it's getting warm outside, so it's good to, and that's to me is a double pleasure is to be outside crocheting. One thing I like to do is go to be around water crocheting because even without the crocheting, being around water, it can be peaceful too. But that's a double benefit being around water, just being outside or being around nature, being around outside where there's just nature going on, part in a park, being cooped up in your home. Yeah, with the vitamin D. Yes, sitting by a pool, sitting on the beach. And I think one of my goals is to do is to travel with my crocheting. That's something that I want to do. Go to different elements, different places, and just do your crochet. What? Hello, Nick. Nick, Nick, Nakia. I think I said it right. My glasses sometimes don't work, but they're supposed to. Yes, because I'm waiting for the weather to cooperate. Right, so I can just start being outside and start broadcasting from outside. But the weather just has not cooperated. One day it's real hot, the next day it's cold. Ooh, it's on in the 60s today. But I'm ready to go back outside. I think last year I didn't go outside at all in my broadcast. I don't believe. Or did I? So this year I do want to start going outside and crocheting. We haven't been on in a while, so I just thought get back on, get back on track. Sometimes it's like when I am away from home, I sometimes it's hard getting things running, and I need to alleviate that fact. So start back on the regular. Is there anything that you want to discuss or go over or make or do? Please let me know. We can all do it together, and we can do it together. Like if you want to make something small, let's do it. And we can just do a group project. And also, if you don't know how to crochet, don't let that be a hindrance. I'm just going to get back to teaching crochet, but we're going to, on some platforms, we may just do the basics for people who need to learn. Just the basic stitches. We'll start back with the basic stitches. And that may be exclusively for one platform. So we will check that out. As for the summer, that's what we plan on doing. Not doing a new stitch every week, but just doing a project or learning the newbies, learning new stitches. I made my first. Oh, okay. Okay. Neat. Sometimes I find myself certain things I guess I don't know if I feel intimidated by it, but just don't do it. I say, but that is great. What was it that you made? Yes, a friend of mine gave me a book of that, and I put it to the side. The sheep head doll. Okay, okay. Yeah, I have a book that has different things. I said, well, maybe I'll do that. It reminds you of the glowworm worms. Okay, that's to be cute. That should be real cute. Sleepy head doll. Okay. It's always good to stretch your talents and learn something new. Once you get the basics, just do something different and new. And then you also have that sense of accomplishment. Teammate is a challenging part for you. Okay. Okay. Have you ever made any actual dolls? Can anybody hear me? Someone says that they couldn't. Hello, Retta. I couldn't hear you loud enough. The volume was low. Okay. So you never made a doll. Okay. How you doing, Loretta? And you made a pumpkin. Okay. Are you naturally creating? Are you still teaching the classes? And how's that coming along? If so. And how is it with the children? So you can hear me a little? Okay. Okay. Good. So you can hear me a little? Wait a minute. Get this over. Good. Okay, it's good. And a corporate assistant came into the crochet for great. Just what we're talking about. Yeah, yes, I've been good. I've been back and forth to DC, but I've been good. I periodically talk to your mom and I've been asking about how you've been doing. Oh, it's small. So Loretta, are you on Facebook or are you on YouTube? There is a man that grasp the concept. Mostly 9-year-olds. Okay, you got 9-year-olds. Okay. Hey, DC native son, how are you? And it could be Loretta. It could be if you're on your phone watching. I think maybe that may make a difference. I'm not sure. So I'm looking at myself on Facebook. So I'm on a laptop, so it's probably different. My grade has been okay. I'm reading off of Facebook. Okay. But you're still here, Loretta, so you are great. Yeah, we all be dealing with these challenges as we get up in age and doing, but we still are here. Yeah, you can put me up on YouTube also. I'm on YouTube. Hello, Taylor, Tamia. How are you? Yep, I am. What I do is I multi-stream to the three channels, but my intention is to break off and have separate things for the separate platforms. Just have something specifically YouTube, something specifically Instagram, and something specifically for Facebook. That's my plan. Then my name is hooked for you on Facebook. I mean, on YouTube. I'm sorry. HOOKED number four, the letter U, and that's what I am on YouTube. So Loretta, feels free to subscribe. And I know you do a lot of crafts also, Loretta. This is a cover up that I found a pattern for. I had this yarn for the longest. It's you call it. I mean, fine, but it's cotton fair yarn, and I've had it for a while. I had one pink, one blue, and one white, and I just took the white one day and looked for a pattern. What is this? Okay, and I looked for patterns for something for the summer, and I found this pattern. I didn't know it was gonna take as long as it's taking. There's two panels, but when you start off, you start with 300 and something stitches. 305, I think it was. That's just for the basic thing. And so it's a lot of challenges because it has these little things in them. And each row is something totally different. Some is chain one turn, some is chain seven turn, Then there are all kinds of different numbers in between, and it's been a challenge because like it's not something you can actually memorize. That's what I'm used to doing with some of my patterns. After a certain amount of time, you can just memorize it. Thank you very much. And I thought about because I went to the store. When I went to the store to get more of the white yarn, I picked up a few red. I said maybe I'll make it in red too, but it's taking this long. I don't know. But I think as it goes along, it'll be pretty much easier to do. And also depends on how much time you put into it. And sometimes I'll put it down for a minute. I started about 2 weeks ago, I think I did. But and that's what I need to do more of. It's just a lot of time to do this. Okay. I'm on my phone report. I'll pull you up. I haven't been doing anything in a long time. It's been like 2.5 years since the pandemic. Okay. Okay. But your quilts are nice, so are you gonna get started back with your quilts, Loretta? I know you crochet also. I know you really like doing your quilts. And naturally creating, thank you. I'm at a point now where I can just it's like four rows of double crochet, so I don't have to worry about looking at a pattern or anything. I think I have to do one more of these for this panel, I believe. So normally sometimes when I'm making something that's so daunting like this, I'll put it to the side, but I'm determined I'm gonna finish this. And I'm determined by Wednesday I'll be on the next panel. Okay, good. Good, Loretta. Because when we find something that we like to do, good to just push ahead and try to do it. But I know sometimes it can be hard to do certain things. Sometimes you put it to the side, but the thing is, don't put it to the side too long. My stash, but busting. Hmm. I kind of put that to the side for a minute. That's I gotta get back to that too. And I put them all, I organize them in a certain way where I'm gonna do something with it. But I haven't touched it because I always find something else to do with on. So I think I do need because that way I'll have some unique items. So all my what I did was I sorted my yarn with all the ones like the Red Heart, Super Savers and Mainstays and those types of yarns. I put them all together. So I can do something with those. So I gotta get back to that. So thank you for reminding me because I need to get rid of this yarn. It's some of the yarn I'm trying to, the ones that have labels on it, trying to sell those or give those away. But the ones that involve, those are the yarns that I'm working on just doing stash busting. Yeah, it's a start. It's a start. And someone had asked me to make some fingerless gloves. She did like a glove for one hand. So I used some of my yarn for that. And I think I may do some more if she needs some more gloves. I want to ask her if she needs some more, and I'll just do that. And that's what I was doing, different colors. When the pandemic started, I was doing that with masks at that time. I haven't been doing any masks anymore. So that stopped. But that's what I do sometimes is I'll find one item and I'll just make quite a bit of it with different colors. So I think I'll get back to that in between doing this. I'll get back into doing that too. There's just so many things I want to do and trying to do. I have grandkid blankets to make. I have so much on my mind. And rather, yeah, that would be good. If you're gonna be quilting, are you still crocheting? Would you go back to crocheting too? What's wrong with this? Because I see, Loretta, you have a family of crocheters, which is good. Because I see your sister and her crocheting hats, and I know your mother periodically crochets. So I am so glad that you tuned in, Loretta. And see, sometimes when I like this, I'll make these, and it's like, oh, good, it's summertime. People need these for the beach because everybody's trying to go to the beach and stuff because of, things, I guess, have been lifted. But they say it takes kind of a bit for this. I may have to find something. It doesn't take a lot of time. And sometimes I'll pick that up, then put it down up, then put it up. Just okay. Understood. 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 I can relate. But even now, I get to that point sometimes that I'll put my hook and yarn down, and it'll be like you know, and then I'll pick it up, and it's like nothing ever happened. So it that does happen. You can get into that, especially if you're going through some things. It gets that way. But sometimes if you just do a stitch or two, or just a chain, that may make a difference. Um, no, it's not spaces. It's just HOOKED, the number four, the letter U. There's no spaces in that title. Not for my username. No, and then if you want to look at other videos that I have, they're on there. So that's what I want to do is just have some things for travel. It was a letter where I messed up. Got it. Okay. Yeah, because by being you, people, if they don't really follow, they don't realize that it's the letter U. Because in the beginning, I didn't do the letter U. It was YOU when I first started the business. It was YOU on my platforms that I had at that point. So sometimes you'll see me on, and I try to be consistent as possible. But sometimes things have happened, and I have not been on like I should be on. And that is hard. I mean, it does get hard sometimes. My goal is to be more consistent with this. And the topic today was crocheting and mental health. And sometimes when we are down, we need something to pick us up. And I'm just giving you an example of something that you can use that will pick you up. So for me, it's crocheting, um, and it's also music. It's not something else that will pick me up. So you combine two of the things together, and you have double win. So on Wednesday, we will be here on Wednesday, and we will talk about what's on our book. That's fine, because I'll be on for a little bit more. Loretta. So Loretta, can you hear better on YouTube than you did on Facebook? Oh, okay. What we may do is to start on some projects. Loretta, I'm making a cover up. And it's a challenge, a real challenge, but you have to be up for your challenges. Sometimes that makes it better. So, and my goal is not to let anything get me down. I want to do it, whatever it is. I will do it and to the completion. There's too many times you'll start on something and you just put it to the side. No, but I have one thing that I started. It was a grafting. And I'm gonna have to pick that back up and finish that also. With the stitches, it's pretty much it's double crochet, it's single crochet. Then they have all these different other types of things in between. I don't know what they are too much. It's some of my chain one, and then you single crochet in different spots, double crochet in different spots. Each row is different for the open work. Each row is just different, but it's mainly double crochet and single crochet are the basic stitches. Hello, Sally Stella. How are you? And that's what it is. This is the first time doing this kind of, I mean, this kind. I've done mesh. Thank you. I've done mesh and all that, but this is a little challenging. But that's what I'm going to do. So it's 4 rows, three, no double crochet, and then it's back to doing this again. No, it's not my. Oh no, it's not my own. This is I found this online. I wish. I wish. No, this is my first time doing it. No, I have never done anything like this before. So it's like I had to chain like 300 and something stitch chains, and so it's a challenge. So once I finish this panel, I have to do another panel. I'm not sure. Is that the same way or not? I have to do 2 panels. But I think this is a basic size, so we'll have to demonstrate it on somebody's a lot smaller, I believe, once I get this done. But I think I want to do another one in a pink or red for myself. but that'll mean that I have to um adjust the stitches and things to make it fit. And I think, well, maybe I will do it this one. And the pattern calls for it to be in two colors. So I'm just doing it to make it easier for me. I'm just doing it in one color. And this yarn is a cotton blend. It's cotton and acrylic together. Makes it kind of soft. Sorry about that. That was me. Nope, don't need to do that. Cancel. Okay. Okay. And Loretta, do they do crochet in the Mayfair community center? Do you know? We should be in about 10 minutes. I'll be closing up. I think I want to just finish that last row. I don't think I would have gotten nowhere near that. Well, I feel like I okay. Yeah, because I know her crocheting. I said maybe they have classes over there. Maybe she teaches something over there because I know he does do that. So I was wondering, do they? Because that would be nice for people to just go in there and be able to sit and crochet together. That encourages other people to do it or to learn. That's why I asked about classes over there. And I thought that would be a nice thing to do for the area, for the neighborhood. Oh, okay. 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 And that's a good thing to do is just to have your stuff and just to do it. But whenever you feel like you want to get back to doing those kind of things, it'd be great. But I know you are artistic, creative, and like I say, you you come from a creative family. Hmm. I see your daughter's very creative too. Does she crochet too? And that's just good. I don't really have. Well, my mother used to do a lot of creative stuff back in the day, but my niece can do is creative too. But my sister wasn't. My daughter isn't. So it didn't fall on everybody, our family. I think my daughter, she was basically on that gift thing years ago when she was young. But they're not. Everybody's not as creative now as they were back in years ago. But I just consistently has been creative. Even if I put it down for a while, I always found time to pick it back up, even years later. Me, because it just to me, it just makes you feel better about things. It makes you want to do stuff. It makes you feel that you have purpose in your life, something to share with others, and just does that. Hmm. Hmm. That was something that I always thought about, but I get myself in too many things. I just do too many too much stuff. I'm always making something, doing something. That's just me. If something else comes along, I do it because now I crochet. I also make cards, and I also want to start doing other types of things in that realm. Anything creative, most likely I've tried it. I've tried knitting. Not really that great with that. Even though I want to try it again, I think I might try it just to see. Um, I've done cross stitch, I've done rug making, I've done um needlepoint. So, and I've done some other pot holder making back in the day. And it's this one thing that tatting, that's what it was. Done that. So, and a lot of those I did when I was a child. So when I got older, I just stuck with the crochet. So two things and I did sewing. The two things that really, I guess they stuck with me was the sewing and the crocheting. Even though I don't sew like I need to now. I have fabric and I have patterns. So my goal is to get back into sewing also. The good thing that I don't work a job. And I wouldn't have time for my hobbies, my crafts. And when I was sewing, I started sewing when I was in high school. I think I was in the 10th grade when I started sewing. And to be truthful, I didn't even want to take sewing. When I went to the school, to get my classes, they suggested, and I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. But when I started, I loved it. You couldn't even get me to go outside because I was busy sewing, making something myself. That's how I grew to love sewing. I started a project, put it away too. I like doing the nifty knitter thing. It's something quick, easy, making hats. So the nifty knitter, is that a loom? I know there are different types of things that you can make hats and things with, and it's real simple, more simple than just the basic crocheting. Because I knew a lady who uses some kind of hook that she could crochet with, and the hook and the hats looked really nice. And I don't know, it was to me it seemed like it could have been like a latch hook type thing. I never knew how to use it. And I forgot the name of it. And normally we're on at 1 o'clock on Tuesday. I was a little late today. Late getting started, but normally we're on at 2 o'clock. 1 o'clock, I'm sorry. And we also so we're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and sometimes I go on TikTok live. Haven't really got the grip of it. I mean, how what to do and all that. I'm really trying to get that going. But I'm on there also. Just on a crochet needle and a yarn needle and hook apparatus. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm gonna look it up right now. And it's what is it? It's nifty knitter. Even though really, truthfully, I don't like looms too much. I got some looms here that I'm getting rid of. Oh, I see it. So it's like okay, it's a loom. Okay, it's a loom I have. They didn't call it a nifty knitter. It was just a regular loom. Okay, I see. Okay. Yeah, I know I used to work with this lady one time, and she made some nice hats. Hello, Lillian. And she used some kind of loom or something to make hats. I was trying to teach her how to crochet, but she never um engaged in it. She never just she just satisfied doing what she was doing. Yes. Hmm. Okay. Okay. So Lillian, you saying they're better? Okay. 'Cause the looms I have. Let me go get my looms. I'll be right back. Hey Della, how are you? Let me get my looms. So they had some kind of little latch things going on. Ugh. Okay, so these are the looms I have. I have some of these, and I have some of these. And then I had some kind of little thing that but I don't know if the name was Nifty Knitter though. But these are the looms that I have. And then I have this. That's what I have. But I'm getting rid of these. I don't want them. So I don't do anything with them. So anything that's taking up space that I don't use, I am getting rid of. So I think I was on a kick one time where I was just doing getting looms, buying looms. I even bought this because Martha Stewart has a set, and it's like she has a set that is like you had to it had all these pegs and pieces to it. I sold it. Someone wanted it, and I sold it to him. I sent it to him. But I was like, I'm not doing anything with this. Might as well recoup some of my money back. I held it for a while, and I wasn't doing anything with it, so it was time to go. I even get rid of the sewing patterns that I don't use. Della, doing fine. How about I'm fine, Della. So you're on your gardening break. Okay, okay. Hey, we was talking about crocheting and helping your mental health and today. Okay, got all kinds of names. Okay, okay. Yeah, for some reason, sometimes I get on a kick and I'll just buy stuff that I don't even need. I'll buy more yarn than I need, or I'll buy more equipment than I need. And so I am the decluttering stuff, getting rid of stuff. Only stuff that I'm going to use is I keep. Because when you're crafty, you do accumulate a lot of stuff. So, no, a friend of mine, she started doing, I think it's called Crafty Bible, and I never heard of that. Um, and with the Bible, it's you can do it like you do a plan. It's like a planner. You can do things in it. You can, well, you don't. You can highlight Bibles anyway, but you can highlight them. You can put stickers in them. You can to do all kinds of things with it. And when you get into those kind of things, you constantly want stuff. You want stickers. You want this. You want markers. And that's what happens when you have a craft that you like to do. Is that you have a good time going in Michael's and other stores to see what they have new. But I'm trying to not go in those stores unless I actually need what I'm gonna get, or if I want anything just for the look of it, I make sure I'm getting rid of something else. Because once I get rid of something else, then I can have it something else, but not as much. I still have yarn for sale, so it's time to get rid of stuff. If you don't need it, it has to go. So it's about 3:30. 3:30. I'm just going to get off now. But we'll be back on Wednesday. It may come in another day in between, like tomorrow. But we'll be back on Wednesday. And you can all still send messages in the chat. You can still, I mean, even after I log off, you can still send messages, and I do respond. I have more fabric than I need. Mm-hmm. I have everything. I'm not trying to throw any of it away. I need, I need anything I go on Amazon to get what I want. Yes. I don't like throwing things away if it's of use. I don't like throwing it away. Either I'm going to give it away, donate it to charity or something, or I'm going to sell it. I'm not going to throw anything away. I'm not going to throw the yarn away. I'm not going to throw a pattern away. I'm not going to throw fabric away unless it's bad. But it'll be hard for me to throw stuff away. Now, if somebody gets it and throw it away, that's on them. But I feel bad when I throw stuff away, clothes, anything. It's just me. So I am give stuff away. Yeah, I have fabric in the tub that I've had for a long time, and I'm scared. But when I check it, it seems to be okay. I have linen and all kinds of fabric, and I've had it for years, but it still seems to be okay. hmm But I'm just trying to get away from clutter and stuff. Now, people sometimes will call you a hoarder, and that's because you may have a lot of certain things. But I don't see it as hoarder because you look at the show hoarders, and they're a whole different category. It's just that when you're creative, you you keep a lot of stuff. You see stuff and you feel like you can use it for something to make or to do. So it's not in the same category as that. But everybody doesn't understand the creative journey. They don't understand being creative and what it entails. Right. That's true. Because I was telling somebody that the other day, I said, you look at them shows and things, and no, it's not a thing of nastiness. And that's what people get that confused is when you have a lot of stuff, they think you're being nasty thing. But it's not being nasty, it's just have stuff. What I started doing was putting things in tubs, and that's what I do pretty much. Sometimes I'll pull it out and it'll be there. And that's what I need to be doing. So that's that. But I'm getting ready to sign off for today. But if you still have conversation, you can still type your responses in the box, comments, and I will respond accordingly. Yes, it is. It is. It is. It is. It is. So I will talk to you all soon. Have a great day.